Hello champions, welcome you all. As you all know, due to COVID-19, now we can't take regular classes at school. But by this platform, we can utilize our time safely and smartly. So here we are starting our first chapter of class 10th biology, that is life process. So, what are life processes? As we know, all living organisms perform some basic functions or processes in order to remain alive. These processes are needed for the maintenance of their bodies and catching to their daily activities. So, kids, what I'm trying to say is that all these processes which together keep the living organism alive and perform the job of body maintenance are simply called life process. So, let's go through the slide what it says. It says the basic function performed by living organisms to maintain their life on this earth are called life process. For example, nutrition and respiration, transport and excretion, control and coordination, growth, movement and reproduction. Okay, so let us try to understand some important life processes which are needed for life. Okay, so it is well known that all living organisms need energy to perform various life processes. So kids, the first life process that we are going to study now is nutrition, which we get from food. So nutrition can be defined as the process of intake of nutrients and its utilization by an organism in various biological activities. Okay, so champions, what I am trying to say is that intake and utilization of nutrients is simply known as nutrition. So let's see what are different modes of nutrition. Kids, there are large number of organisms and they live in different environmental conditions. Similarly, they have various methods of deriving nutrients from the environment. So what we understand that methods of obtaining food by the organism is known as modes of nutrition. Okay, and depending on the modes of nutrition or modes of obtaining nutrients, all the organisms can be classified into two major groups. Okay, these are well known to you. First is autotrophic mode of nutrition and second is heterotrophic mode of nutrition. Okay, so the first mode of nutrition is autotrophic. As the name suggests, auto means self and trophy means nutrition. If the organism is preparing its food by its own, that nutrition is autotrophic nutrition. And we can say that they do not depend on others for their food. For example, green plants. We all know plants prepare their food by the process of photosynthesis, and those organisms which can make their own food are known as autotrophs. So hence the plants are autotrophic in nature. Heterotrophic mode of nutrition. The term heterotrophic is made up of two simple words, that is hetero and troph. Hetero means different or others and troph means nutrition. Okay, so kids, that mode of nutrition in which an organism can't make its own food and depends on other organisms for their food, it's known as heterotrophic mode of nutrition. Okay, such organisms which depends on autotrophs or others for their food requirement are known as heterotrophs. Okay, basically, as we all know, all animals come in this group because they are depends on others for their food requirements, and some bacteria and fungi also have heterotrophic mode of nutrition. The heterotrophs can obtain their food from other organisms in three different ways, that is saprotrophic, parasitic and holozoic. So first we will discuss about saprotrophic nutrition. Saprotrophic mode of nutrition. Okay, so the word sapro means rotten. So that nutrition in which an organism obtains its food from the dead and decaying organic matter is known as saprotrophic mode of nutrition. Here most important thing is the rotten part. Okay, that's why we use the word dead and decaying organic matter. Okay, so and the organisms having saprotrophic mode of nutrition are called saprotrophs. For example, fungi like bread mold, some bacteria, etc. Okay. Now, second is a parasitic nutrition. Okay. In this nutrition, an organism derives its food from the body of another living organism, but without killing it. Okay, here the organism which obtain the food is called parasite, and the organism from whose body food is obtained is called host. Okay, so what I am trying to say now, a parasite is an organism which feed on another living organism called its host. Example: lice, ticks, cuscuta, that is also known as amarbale. Okay, this is our parasitic nutrition. Okay, the last one is holozoic nutrition. Holozoic means in holozoic nutrition, organism takes organic food into its body by the process of ingestion. Ingest करता है, okay, and then digested it and absorbed it into the body cells of the organism, and the undigested food is ingested out from the body. So we can conclude that the organism feed by ingesting solid organic matter, which is then digested and absorbed into their bodies. Okay, that comes in the process of holozoic nutrition. Okay, for example, human beings, animals and amoeba are also having holozoic mode of nutrition. So, this was all about nutrition and its type, that is autotrophic and heterotrophic nutrition. In the next session, we will be discussing about nutrition in plants in detail. Thank you. Stay home, stay safe.